You know what? I've been working so hard, I think I deserve a reward for myself. I'm gonna buy me a Dodge SRT Hellcat. See how cheap a price I can get it. I think this might be a 5-star quality car right here, but I can't tell with the hood in the way. I really need to update these auctions. But you know how those older guys are, they like to keep everything the same. Don't like to change things up too much. It's going to take some time to get to that point. Getting close. Hey, 125. Oh, got it for a good price. Let's go back to the garage with it. Pretty exciting. I think I'm gonna enjoy that car very much. I got it for a couple thousand less than what it was worth. Almost 10 grand less. That's a pretty good buy right there in the auctions. So let's get back to the shop, and I'm not gonna get that Carrera. Maybe next time. All right, back in the garage. Well, look at this. Isn't this nice? First time I'm taking a look at this Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Ooh, it's actually in really amazing condition. And we only paid $229,000 for it. That's a pretty good deal. I don't think I'm gonna do too much to this car exactly, because it's in pretty dang good shape right here. It's a pretty good buy. Yeah, all the parts are good, the frame's good, the interior is good. The only global parts that are a problem are a couple little parts here and there that really aren't in that bad a condition. And just buying it as it is, if I was to return and sell it, I would have made quite a big profit off of this. That's pretty good right there. I think I'm going to take it down the drag strip and just see what it does. As is. Oh, there's no engine oil in it. That's a problem. So apparently it's not 100%. Maybe next time I'll find one a little bit more beat up and I can actually fix it up. But this is a pretty good buy here with this car. Let's see here. Okay, so we got the oil in there. What else do we need? Oh, we're all good. Okay. Alright, well, this is a great interior on this SRT. Let's see what it does stock, what we just bought it for. Sounds really good. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Oh yeah. It's a little bit boggy on the power, it seems like. I think it's the gearing. Alright, well that was a little bit of fun. And I think I'm actually going to upgrade this motor a little bit, give it a little bit more power, because I think a Hellcat should have a little bit more power than that. Maybe put some new slick tires on it and stuff like that. Get this beautiful car of mine in much faster shape. It's just my gift to myself for all the hard work I've been doing. It's going to be my own personal vehicle. Don't tell Cliff about this. He will freak out. Well, he's probably going to find out pretty soon. So, Yeah, it's going to be pretty noticeable when it's sitting over here. I could just tell them it was a customer's vehicle or something like that that came in. Could do that. It was a pretty good buy on this car, I have to say. Oh yeah, that's what we have to do. Work on all these old restorations that don't have oil in them. I always have to forget that I have to drain the oil in a newer car like this, since we did put new oil in it just a second ago. But we were taking it down the tracks. We wanted to make sure we didn't break anything. We can still reuse some of these parts in the final build and completion of this motor. Once we get performance parts on there. That's pretty cool. First look at this Hellcat motor. A big old throttle right there. That thing is huge. What's next coming off? Oh, belt tensioner. And the B-roller. And now we can get the belt. Alright, a couple little rollers here, and that's a big water pump right there, if I've ever seen one. Gotta keep that engine cool. We fix some of these parts up just to make it a little bit more fancy again, since we're tearing this whole motor apart. Or at least I am. Oh, that's why I take that cover off. Alright. Now we can get this off here. So this is the big old supercharger on here. It's just conveniently packaged into a nice closed container. Well, that's interesting. Two spark plugs right next to each other like that. That's odd. Well, I guess this is a Hemi, so it would fit the mold of a Hemi with two spark plugs. Holy headers. Oh, wow. Definitely classic Hemi with the push rods. These angles like this. My goodness. There we go. Oh, these rods are really hard to get out of here. That's for sure. That's what she said. Alright, well, not too bad tear down on this motor. It's pretty slick and easy and modernized. Figured it would be a pretty easy tear down. I'm gonna get ridiculous power out of this with all these extra powerful aftermarket spark plugs we're gonna be putting in this. Try to get these valves out here pretty quick. It's almost like the head's gotten poked by a porcupine or a cactus. And you're pulling all the needles out. Tedious. And it's hard to get an angle on them. It's like I've done that by my own experience, pretty much. Oh, we're missing a roller. Now I can get this off of here. Wow, that is one goofy looking cam gear, if I ever saw it. Spin this thing around. This oil pan off of here. Wow, everything's so nice and shiny. I'm not used to this. Usually it's all rusted, it's horrible, it's torn apart, missing pieces. Everything's just so nice. Well, we're going to do this right. We're going to take it all apart, down to the block. We're even going to fix up the block, and then we'll throw some performance pistons in there. Just give this thing some ridiculous power. Because it is a Hellcat after all. Got to keep that reputation going, right? Alright, let's fix this thing up. Shouldn't have a problem here. Stuff's pretty good shape. Fixing these up shouldn't be a problem. Just don't want to damage any of these parts here. I might have done that with that piece. Alright, well that's good to go. Let's get this motor mounted on here. Yeah, let's get this motor on here. Get this thing all fixed up. Get some new pistons to throw in here. Give it some extra power. See if we can hit more than 1,000 horsepower out of this. I think we need the C's, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty obvious. There's only the 12, the Hemi, and the regular pistons. I guess I could use the regular piston rings. Yeah, they're all pretty good. Well, let's just get some new ones. I'm gonna put all this effort into this motor, may as well do it right. Get some good money out of those used ones. Somebody else will want those. Should get some good money out of those pistons and piston rings, that's for sure. Looks like I'm gonna need one cap. that was the one part I didn't fix. Which is kind of weird how you could completely destroy a cap that was probably at least 70–80%, you know? But I guess that's just how it goes. At least I didn't destroy the block. It's the most important thing, or the more expensive parts of the car. So this will help add to the value just a little bit. Filter's still pretty good shape, so there's no need to change it. We need V8 OHVK headers. There they are. Oh, I just bought two of the same ones. Alright, there we go. Oh, we also need some aftermarket exhaust manifolds as well. Right. I wonder if you could get an aftermarket supercharger on this. Who knows? Worth a shot looking, right? Ooh, there is. Alright. Don't have to twist my arm. That's what's going on there. Nice and black. I like it. It's looking good. Get some fuel stuff. Give it quite a good amount of power with all these extra performance parts we can get on here than we usually can. Missing that camshaft in there as well. Doesn't give it a whole lot of power on that one, but at least decent. Slide this camshaft in there nice and smoothly. Let's get the throttle on here. What's nice is we can reuse all these parts that we've taken off the car. They're in decent shape. No need to replace stuff that we aren't changing to performance parts. Need the IB. For IB power steering, which is interesting. Alright, I was just making sure. I didn't think that was the right one. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we'll get all these belts, timing stuff on here. Let's get it out of the way. It's all in pretty good shape here. Oh, very nice. Alright, that's all done. And we're going to need quite a few spark plugs here. And 16 of these bad boy spark plugs. I'm going to boost up the power by quite a bit here. Boy, if Cliff could be here right now, he'd be loving to work on this right now, but he's always going home and everything. Making up excuses. Missing out on building this great Hellcat engine. I guess he'll just have to see the end result. Maybe it'll motivate him to be at the shop more often and do his work like he's supposed to. I think it's a good plan. That's right, I also need some ignition coils for this bad boy as well. That'll add some extra power to this motor. Oh, here we go. There they are. Such a clean looking motor, that's for sure. Get zoomed out over here. There we go. So many spark plugs, so little time. My voice likes to change whenever I do engine work like this, especially when something so amazing as this. There we go. And the last one, there it is. Nice, nice. And there it is, all finished. Let's get this off and put it back in the car. Very nice. Looking good. So nice, we don't even have to do suspension or tires or anything like that. Although we might do some slicks. Give it some really good power, you know? Or at least a good chance down the track. Let's take it over to the dyno. Oh, that's right. I need to actually put the transfer case, not so much the transfer case, but the transfer power from the engine to the wheels. It's kind of important. And I need to get aftermarket parts for this as well. so we can change the gearing. I'm getting old in my ears. Oh, that's right. And do this gearbox over here. So let's take this flywheel off. Much better. Also need to look at the exhaust section as well. Very costly gearbox right there. Oh, front exhaust section. I don't think there'll be any performance parts for the front exhaust section, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's just the normal exhaust sections. I can't get out of here. I'm so caught up. Or if I have these mufflers at all. It doesn't look like I do. Alright, those are special exhausts, so we're not going to have to deal with that. That makes it easy. Get it over to the dyno and see how much power this car's got. My own personal vehicle is going to be amazing. Oh. Kind of important piece. Hang on a second, guys. My hopes up. Apparently I'm a little excited to get this car together. Completely forgetting to put parts together in it. I'm just excited for the motor. And do need to actually transfer from the transmission to the wheels with the drive shaft, otherwise I'm just going to blow the motor up. Somebody's moving their garbage back there in the back of the area, I guess, apparently. Somebody's being really loud. Rolling their garbage can down the street. So we got over here in this auto parts area that we work in. See how much power we have. Hopefully maybe we get some 1,000 or so power out of this. Oh my goodness, 1,042 horsepower and 948 foot-pounds. That's a pretty good boost in power. Let's see what this does down the track, shall we? I'm definitely excited for this. This is going to be pretty epic. I'm going to adjust the gearing a little bit. Oh, it's actually pretty good as it is. So let's take it down the track, shall we? Alright, let's see how she does. So mean. Oh my goodness, that was a launch. Oh my goodness. Wow. This thing's got some serious power. I'm getting pressed into my chair. So many G's. We hit 200, guys. Oh my goodness, that's a great car right there. Alright, well, that's some serious power in that car. I don't like this dull gray color on this. I'm going to paint it some brighter color. Also, I need to put the new plates on it for me as well. It's a nice bright green color. Go with a nice blue. A little darker. Yeah, we'll go with that metallic. Nice look here. Got the Hellcat sticker on it, SRT. Stripes. Red SRT colors. I think we're just going to stick with the SRT Hellcat look on it. Very nice. Alright, let's get it out of here and kind of see what it looks like a little bit in the light. Oh, that looks like a good color. I like it. I like it a lot. Get these new plates on here. Make it a real thing for me. Guess I only needed one plate. Just so fidgety and so excited that I'm putting the wrong plates on here. There we go. And there it's finished. It is worth a whopping $329,000. We made about $100 grand off this car just by upping the performance and the engine and did nothing else. Isn't that awesome? If you guys liked the video, definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and get notified. My videos are up midnight every day. Don't forget to check my description, my Patreon, my PayPal, and my new merch. See you guys in the next video.